Hi, welcome to Coach Moxie business presentation. What am I doing now? Our Lego Council. I reached out to somebody to join our team to become our Lego Council, and after telling her what we're all about, I decided to. I told her I was going to send a screenshot. Jennifer, so Miss Jennifer. So after thinking about the screenshot, I decided no, that won't do justice to what we are building for her to get exactly what she will be doing. So I decided to dive in and do a presentation of one of the businesses that we're working on and developing, and we've been doing that. Today is the 16th day of October 2024. We started this project in the last week of December 2023. So we'll have 9 to 10 months in now on this project. I get in building this business that we intend to sell um, December 2025 or between March to July 2026. That would be bringing it around 2 to 3 years. Yeah, more than 2 years by that time that we had started this project, building a business. Now, let me get into the details before I can begin to present. What you're seeing on the screen is one of the businesses we're building. Let me explain who we are. Coach Moxie is it's not a guy name, it's a business I had cultivated in my mind 4 years ago. Because I sat down and I said to myself, people can go to Amazon and buy books, can go to Amazon and buy properties. I mean, refrigerators and all of that. People can literally buy a lot of things these days. Why can't people have someone or somewhere they go to buy businesses? Should it be a must that if you're entering entrepreneurship you start from scratch? I mean, I know a lot of civil servants in Nigeria who have money, but the very thing preventing them from entrepreneurship is starting from scratch. Can't they buy existing business? A business that they could scale, a business that they could own and make it more. That's number one. Secondly, must we in Africa be allowing businesses that have gained a good start to die off simply because we're trying to, this ownership mentality that is in Nigeria, right? So we have a business start with the first generation, stick to the second generation, and die. Why? Because the handover is not to the right person who has the requisite knowledge to even sustain whatever they were doing, let alone take it to the next level. People should be able to have these businesses be transferred to a new owner. So there's somebody should be the person who buy these businesses and do something to it that makes it something that another person can buy and make it and take it to the next level. So Coach Moxie is a business that is being built to be able to develop businesses that has take an idea from scratch and make it a full-blown business in the space of 2 to 3 years. We call it the incubator stage of a business. And Coach Moxie is also a business that buys businesses from business owners, right? And some of these businesses will buy, will develop, would take it to the next level ourselves. Some of them will buy it and get it to be something that another person should buy from us, which means we will be selling businesses. But to do such a humongous feat, to do such an unheard of feat here in Nigeria, something that is not typical or common, right? We had to start with projects of our own since we need capital to buy a business, and we can't just walk into a bank with our reputation. It will be more than a risk so for a bank. So we had to start a project of our own and build it from scratch and have it be ready for sales at a certain time. And when this is ready for sales, we get to see not just what it takes to build one, but what it takes to sell one. I mean, we expect to make mistakes, but right now getting a legal counsel on the team is to minimize these mistakes, since there are mistakes that can be avoided if you have a legal counsel, somebody who can help you navigate the unfortunate but incredibly important part of a business, the legal um, um, sea or storm that you have to know how to do. So that's Coach Morgs. Let's dive into one of the first projects that we're working on, right? So on the screen is um, a dashboard, our storefront on a platform called Post on My Wall. It's like Canva, right? It allows designers to have shop, to be able to make templates, designs that people can reuse, right? By simply doing plug and play, right? So if you're seeing on the screen, you should see something like a birthday flyer for a pastor. So if you have a pastor, if you have a pastor's picture and maybe your church media, you don't have to spend hours that we spent creating this, days even for many of the projects. You just take your pastor's picture, who is maintaining relatively the same posture. If you do no design, then you can actually do something with a different posture of his picture. But if he's maintaining relatively the same posture here, then you can just plug and play. Open the design like this, and that's not what we're even trying to do. But open a design like this, click on edit and replace this picture. Once you click on it, you will see a replace button which allows you to upload your pastor's picture, and voila, that's if you have removed the background already, right? And the platform also has the ability to remove background, but then you must certainly be a paid user. So, and then you find yourself replacing the text. You replace your pastor's name, and the fellowship, the location, right? um, who is honoring him with the design, and um, whatever you want to make the write up be. It can be anniversary, you can be happy anniversary, happy or thank you, pastor. It can be anything, and you just every this thing behind the scene that looks like a background text, we made them. So we created these templates that you could use. Now I'm still going to explain something about the secret. What is the intelligence, right? A couple of them, because it's trade secret. Now, a couple of them that is guiding all of this. So, what you see is we have 436 templates. The platform we're working on. Now, before somebody asks me, right, we could have built our own site, but then again, you need to take something to where you have existing market, right? At least to confirm if you have something that is worth investing that much. So we build, and besides, no business is built on an island. You have to take it to where they are buying it, where people are already willing to pay money, spend time, use it, interact with it, get to show you what is working and what is not working, and all of that. So especially when a project like this does not have a marketing budget, like this is not from a big company. Okay, so we have 436 designs. Now let me tell you something about the 400. It could have been more than this, but the challenge is that the platform we're working on limits how many designs you can publish per day to three. You can design 100, but you cannot publish more than three every day, every 24 hours, right? So because of that, what worked consistently to have designs being published, three designs per day, right? So we could grow, because volume matters as much as quantity. Quality is extremely important. You have to be a premium guy or premium business to win any competition, but then you have to also know quantity, right? So this is it. We've published 436. We'll have way more than this to publish, but we have published 436 designs on the platform, and we can basically be hired for projects from the platform. And this is the hourly rate if you're hiring us, right? And this is the uh, what says what we are, who we are, and all of that. So we have 400, and I can walk you through all of them. Let's see what you're seeing now. our dashboard showing relatively all the designs we have on the platform currently. I don't know how many time, how long I've spent in this video. Okay, 10 minutes. All right, so we have we have spent we have designs cutting across business events, church events, normal corporate events, podcast events. We have for foods. We have for uh, um, what's it called again? People coming doing uh, there's medical students who are graduating. Their jota cover. We have church flyers. We have business flyers. Very specific businesses who had the mind and was started creating things for them. And we have complimentary cards. We have yoga. We have all kinds of scenarios were imagined that demands um, a design, and we're still publishing a host of this, trying to cement our leg in many fields. And I'll show you that this is not random. This is not as random as it seems. This is being presented to you based on this particular arrangement you're seeing here on our dashboard is based on our most used designs. So that's the ones on the top are not just the most used, but the ones I also arranged on the top, towards the top, right, based on the ones who just got recently paid. So you have popular here. So when you go to summary, you start to see that what we're doing are in categories. So you see church, small business, events, birthday, professional services, beauty, campaign, restaurant, personal branding, women day. You have party flyers. Then you have health, uh, plays and musicals, breast cancer, graduation, real estate, Thanksgiving, fashion, baby announcement, football poster, photography poster, sports, then barbecue, hiring, inspiration, Black Friday, logos. You have Kindle book cover and wedding. So this is the categories we're able to have designs in, and you can see ones who have the most designs are on the top, and then ones who have the most designs in the category are on the top. Ones who have the least designs on are in the bottom, working super hard to get this our store to be at a 2,000 designs now. So now this part now is me diving into showing our legal counsel what's going on behind the scene. So okay, so this is our activity board. As you can see, it shows which design was used, how long ago they used it, which one got paid. So on the top here, you're seeing how much we've earned so far, building this thing from scratch, right? Then you see designs activity. This is activity tab. So you see 53 minutes ago, 3 hours ago, this particular design was customized, was used by somebody, by a client on the platform. This was customized 3 hours, 5 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 17 hours ago, what somebody use and pay, right? For this. This is a paid user that used it, right? Like most platforms like this, you have a lot of free users, people who are giving free trials, who are given the ability to use templates, but can only export to limited size. So if they are looking to export it in a high quality, right, then they have to be paid users or pay for that particular design. So you have customized 17 hours, 18 hours ago, 18 hours. This is a complimentary card. 18 hours, 19 hours ago, right? 18, 20 hours ago. This is a birthday flyer, complimentary card, complimentary card. Somewhat a birthday flyer with this announcement flyer, um, a school of nursing flyer. So you can see you can see the timings on the way our designs are being used, right? Purchased one day ago, right? You can keep going down and you'll be seeing this at 436 designs published, right? See how much activity we have now. Insight, these 9 months of work, and we're working with a very, most of this work was done by me, right? Until I had one more person on the team for design. I getting it. And for this particular business, this is not the only business we are developing, right? And we have some things we have hidden. Okay, let me explain something in the activity log I forgot to say. So this design you're seeing is not because the design is beautiful. Actually, there are a number of intelligence that we had to, you know, involve in to be able to win, right? I'm going to mention one in this presentation, which is we looked at the type of people who use platforms like this. Of course, we have Fiverr, or I get it, but we looked at types of people who use this design. We knew that the range of skill for the person who comes to a platform like this, Canva or this, is not most of them are not professional graphic designers. So there are people who just don't want to pay a graphic designer directly, which can be very huge amount of money, right? That are coming here, right, to use unlimited library of templates, right? So when we studied the range of skill that the typical client who is using, since the platform doesn't allow us to see who used it, it just tells us what is used, how long ago it was used, and whether a purchase was made. It does not tell us who, which country, and all of that. It just gives us metrics on their interaction with our material on the platform, which is valuable insights that we now begin to fill in the gaps. So after our research, we found that this range of skill, and they were poor, they were not professional range of skill, right? So we asked ourselves, what can we do when a professional is doing a design? We know. Please forgive the noise. Really do forgive the noise. Try to speak louder into the mic. So please forgive the noise. Now, since the range of skill for the typical user on the platform is poor, and being that designing 436 designs in 9 months is not a small feat, right? You get to know what your target client is going to experience across your designs, right? So now what we started to do is that we said, since the range of skill is poor, the only way to ensure that everyone on the team who is doing design will be able to do a design that would have used like this. You have 53 minutes ago, 3 hours, and these are repeating designs. If we keep scrolling down, you see that many of them are just are massively being reused, right? Like massively being reused, right? There's a reason why, and one of the reasons is this: we knew that since the range of skill is poor, it also means that when they're having difficulty customizing a design, they're going to abandon it, which will reduce every chance of being paid. When a designer is not extremely well presented, they won't even open it. One, then if it is not easy to use, is not easy to customize, given their range of skill, they won't know what to do with the design, and they're going to abandon it all the same too. I getting it? Which makes it impossible to be paid, right? So what did we do? We made a rule. We said all of our designs will have one beautiful characteristics to it, which is no one who is customizing our design should spend more than 15 minutes customizing our design. Because if you do a design that it took you 8 hours, 5 hours, 3 hours, 1 day, 2 days to do, and then you publish it, and your user still, it takes them 3 hours to customize it, you failed. you basically made an incredibly difficult product to use, because we have to be looking at these designs as products so we can get certain things right. So if it is not something that the person won't be able to spend less than 15 minutes and get relatively, oh thank you, get relatively look-alike design like the one you published, right, you failed. Something is wrong with the product. We treat every one of them as product, right? So armed with this, we started to, you know, question everything, question the font, the arrangement, question the coloring. We couldn't import so much, from outside, because you could do a host of things on on Photoshop, and then you can get a better font use, a better shape, a better this. So we had to make it from the design environment, and have very little outside elements. Number one. Secondly, we also had to have elements even when it is in use in the design. We have to make sure that it's something that the design itself is designed to a specific not just a random design, right, that the person starts to try to customize to a certain need. We make it very direct to a specific need, so that you won't be tempted to change so much about the design, since this is for this. If what you're trying to use it to do is not for this, leave it, because you're going to have to change so much in the design that it starts to look very different from what you saw that made you open it in the first place. So these are many things that was guiding us building 436 designs on the platform, which is like products, one single product. Why? Because the platform, you do one design and then you have repeating use. That is to say, one design and people are using it over and over and over and over, and it's getting you paid over and over and over and over again. So far, building this, and you have on the inside dashboard, we have top customized design. We have this particular design has been customized 320 times on the platform. This one has been customized 298 times on the platform. So this one has been customized 156 times on the platform that has been used, right? So we have these designs that have been used this well on the design. We have, because the platform allows us to see the top 50 designs that are being used on our platform. This is the top 50, right? And as you go down the list, you start to know why it is that heavily. I mean, so much. This is not so much our design ability. This is our study of the market. We incorporated the intelligence we obtained when we studied who is going to be using these designs on this particular platform. Because top design exists across all kinds of platforms. While we're trying to get into Canva, we've not gotten the approval, and we are walking into Fiverr, and we're walking into all kinds of platforms where top design products are going to be yours, and then the platform we have control over, right? Now you can see use of the top 50, right? You get to now know what's driving our results so far on the platform. So you have top use, and then you have the metrics showing us. You see the category church, you have events, small business. So you see it shows us a bar chart of what is really going on. So we see that our church design is the most used designs, the ones on the church category. And then you see events followed by small business, followed by birthday, followed by restaurants, followed by professional services. So after a certain period of time, we now know where to put huge amounts of effort and what to go back and research and find out. Why are we not having results on this category? Is it the kind of people that the platform attracts, or is it the quality of our design, or is it the intelligence in our design, or is it that it's not specific enough, or is it too specific? So this tells us what is really going on in our design, right? So we move from that to top selling design. So as of currently, we have 50 top selling designs so far on the platform we've been building, right? We've not done marketing yet, or we're just building. We need to have enough template here before we can do marketing. And we've been preparing for marketing across every single design we've done so far. So you have a list of top 50 paying designs on the platform, right? This is actually our top 50 paying designs. We have one we're paying out 9 times already. So you see what I'm saying about residual income and repeated uses on this platform. We have built designs that we're not redoing again. People are just using and using and using again multiple times across the whole world, right? And then we have sales coming in over and over again. This is lifetime sale of these designs, and we just started 9 months ago. Now, let me go back again. And then you have, I can walk you through, should I walk into earnings? Okay. So, earnings. We've earned so far $51.73 on this particular platform of top design, right? And you can see the date the design was published. This is the so far the ones that have in the highest. Yet it is not the one that's been bought the most. Remember, on the insight category, right? The one that has been bought the most is this church, this this church service, right? The one that is in the most is actually the second to the highest design that has been bought the most. Now let me go back to what I was saying. Okay, now you have top earning published couple months back. Meanwhile, the one that has been bought the most and also the one that is the most used among the top 4 most used was published on the 30th of December. And then you have these that was published April. You have ones that were published June. You see how much it has earned so far on the platform, repeated use and all of that. Now I can continue to go down the page for the 50 designs that have been used, but that's this talk has already crossed 27 minutes. So let's dive out of that. Now this is on Poster My Wall for top design. I've forgotten to show you our profile. Coach Moxie. Let's see. Top design powered by Coach Moxie. Right? So this is our profile. We'll build something and we want to take it to other platforms. We want to dominate Canva. We want to dominate Fiverr, where now people are paying us directly for our gig, which we're going to glean our reputation from what we've done on Poster My Wall and what we'll be doing on other platforms like this. Now, this is not Photoshop designs. These are platform specific design. This is a digital design that works basically on Poster My Wall. We can export the design. It has to be used on the platform, right? So it will be when we are on Canva, we're still working on the approval. I don't know why we haven't gotten approval yet, but then we'll have Fiverr, and not for this presentation, right? So, and we'll have all kinds of channels for top design. Now, all these channels are all ways, platforms that top design is expressing itself, right, and securing client and income. All of them together, when we get approved on Canva, when we get approval on other platforms, and even our own shop that we're working on now, right, which will be on Seller, right, where we're now selling PSD5, right. We have someone on our team now who's curating PSD5s, right, designs that can be edited on Photoshop offline, right, and all of that. So we can sell that directly as much as we can. We're going to hang it on other platforms, right? So you can see what we're trying to do. We need a host of guidance because this is for sale. I get it. This is for sale, and this is what somebody will buying things that are earning literally from different platforms, right? In dollars too. This is what you're coming to help us make work. Thank you so much for your willingness, and I hope that the presentation wins your heart and shows you what work you are supposed to do for us. Thank you.